Hi Yetundi. Okay, so here's what I'm doing and what I recommend you do as well. Because since the past 2 months I added to my Chrome all kinds of bookmarks. Still I'm perfecting the system. So what I wanted to suggest to you is what I do. Obviously I would like your feedback as well. Probably your system combined with our system will help both of us, more than probably, to be more highly organized. So here for Rob I have a folder called LinkedIn Start, and here I have all the files like Google Documents, the project file where we monitor and track comments, LinkedIn content updates, the entire project description. Then we have the With the Influencers for doing comments. We have LinkedIn comments folder where you upload the folders. We have the top 50 content ideas which Rob selected from, so that we ensure Dolfo gets the right instructions and client brief so that he can provide us with the content. Also I have added here the project the document with the project description which I've shown to Rob. So all these files, because I added them to a single folder in my bookmarks, okay, I'm able to open this up and I can see the work you do, the work my V does. Okay, so here you have the comments, today's comments. Here we have Dolfo posts. We are not fully done with the 40 posts. Today I publish 35, the 35th post, okay, because I only publish one a day. I know that with Dolfo post we need to be up to date, so with those shorter ones, you know, with these ones, I will strive to publish 2 a day, so we can accommodate for like within 10 days all of this should be posted. But for now, with these it will take up 5 more days. Okay, let me know if you have any questions, comments or concerns about this video so far. Now I will listen to your audios and respond to them. Now before I do that, please understand that on mobile it's a headache and it's very risky to miss our communication on Skype. So whenever you read this text and you check these links, I do not recommend you do so. You communicate with me and organize your files via mobile. Mobile should be a backup and should not be the way you check our communication. I rarely check our communication and respond via Skype, and when I do so, this is what happens. There is a gap between communication and I miss some audio files. So I want we both set aside a time when we check our communication on Skype, and we do it not on mobile but on laptop. Now I'll go and listen to your past audio messages. So I believe these ones are the ones which you shared, right? Unfortunately, Skype doesn't have a date, so it's very hard to miss these and misplace them. Okay, Yetunde, so I have listened to both audio messages. Both of them talk about Dolfo posts, so there is nothing about the project or the commenting strategy or the comments part of the project. So right now, in the next minutes, I will just focus on covering Dolfo posts. Now, regarding the light bulb which you had and the fact that you left like 30% of the audience neutral, I've been talking with Rob before when I assigned to him the Google document with those 50 posts, and if you read just a second to the client brief and the overall Google document, this one which I sent to Dolfo, maybe you have also watched the video where I explained to him exactly that, and I mentioned that this target audience is not just for financial industry, and I was explicit enough when I went over each topic one by one. If you don't believe me, you don't have to watch the video, but I recommend you watch it. Just from the topic, from the core title suggested, the topic suggested, this implies these are not financial industry. Okay? But this is the fintech marketing industry, while this one is not targeting in specific the financial industry. The same goes for this one. So if Dolfo got this wrong and targeted all these 15 topics for financial industry, then I'd have to go back to him. However, you said that you also did some rewrites, some minimal rewrites, so I'll be sure to double check those for now so that we can track which were the yellow highlights and which you added. Okay, so I can see we have did some minimum inputs and edits. Okay, just a second. So my question is can you confirm that Dolfo didn't really understand the target audience, that it varies from one topic to the another? I mean, how can he overlook this aspect and the video? So I will also double check with him on that. For example, in the first article, this wasn't specific for the financial industry, so here we need not to mention that, or just as you said, we have to keep the target audience neutral, because I've been already talked with Rob about this before posting, before assigning the task to Dolfo, and he agreed that we have to diversify the target audience. That's better. That's the best way for short and longer term results. We need to test different audiences, not just the message, the content length and type. Okay. Also, what I want we to do is, just like as we promised to Rob beforehand, we need to add videos and images along with text posts. So what I'm thinking is, first of all, I have to figure out if Hootsuite or other platform allows us to post on behalf of Rob, and as far as I know, yes, they allow. I'm still not sure about the commenting part on other people's account. So what we need to do, just as our promise, we need to add GIFs and different content types. So far we only tested with text-based content, long form, and now with this Dolfo post, that's like 50% shorter content. In other words, once we start to schedule and post these posts, if we do 1 or 2 a day, in between them we need to add graphics, images, so we can extend the 2 times post per day to like 3 or 4 posts. Let me know what do you think about that, because we need to provide Rob with maximum eyeballs for his profile. Now, regarding hashtags, they are very limited. I suggested to Dolfo to keep hashtags to 3 per post. Not sure why he kept them at 2. So if we do a second post or third post with graphics, and images or videos, you will be able to use different hashtags and increase the chance to get more eyeballs on these content types. By the way, this is something which we already promised as a bonus like 2 months ago or so, and we still have to deliver posts with graphics, as I say here. So we are left with the LinkedIn Pulse article and the email outreach sequence and the video footage from the previous call. So there is lots of things to work on beyond just the post themselves and the comments. So we'll see how we can accommodate this starting as soon as possible. Let me know what questions, comments or concerns come into mind so far. Now, regarding the fact that you cannot access the folder on your mobile, just like I recommended before, what you need to do is have a template here where you just make a copy of the document, but not the one written with the comments. I was explicit enough about how to do that when I first assigned this task to you, and still you haven't followed my instructions, which really gets me a bit irritated. Why? Obviously because this will take you more time. So what I recommend you do is you keep a document, a Google document, right in this folder, not elsewhere, so you can access it both from mobile and desktop or laptop, and only include this direct URL, intro and text. But when you add the link, you just add it over it. You don't have to actually keep this text here. The same as for the intro. So for example, this is what you need to do. The same for text. Okay? And for link, what this does is this will not distract my attention, so that I just copy and paste the link and then the entire comment. Otherwise, if we have text close to it, it will take me more just to select the text with the mouse. Plus, I may break things. Let me know if any questions, comments or concerns about that. Now, regarding this, for 20 comments, 20 November and 23 November, the past 2 days comments, I have been asking you, why is it so? These are blank. I know I recommended to you to post comments only on profiles which comment like in the past 48 hours, but afterwards, today I was saying that okay, we can post comments. Take a look here. We can comment even if they post in the last 5 days, but not more than 5 days, okay? Meaning, Caleb has posted the last comment 1 week ago, so that's like 7 days ago, or probably more. I cannot really tell. I don't know yet. How does LinkedIn consider if we post comments 10 days ago? Is that a week considered or 2 weeks? If that's the case, just skip this person and move forward to the next one, because we have plenty of people which publish lots of content and they do it within 5 days, not 7 days. So you have to move forward to the next person. Be aware about these observations. Those in yellow highlight are not in the financial industry. Skip them. Okay? Skip them. Now, once you're done with the last comment, for example for today, right, the one which sent Marco Antonio, what you have to do is add here a note like today's date, so that you know that you will have to continue from now moving forward. otherwise it will become a mess to actually manage the project and organize this file. I'm still not sure how do you go about monitoring all these people with this file, so you have to tell me, okay? And let me know what you think about this idea that you have to add a note here in this column on the last person which you commented on, or maybe you can just highlight it with magenta, for example. Just an idea. Whatever idea you have to decide, just let me know as well and stick with it. If it's helpful, we will stick with it. Let's see what else. And like I said, here with this document, here you have the post. Okay, let's not count LinkedIn content updates. Okay, and here we will relabel comments. Okay, now there are lots of comments done already, so we will have to probably add a new sheet here depending on the month. So this is what I will do next. I was just duplicated. Okay, I duplicated this file, and here we only keep comments, content updates for November. That's why I have added 11, because 11 is the month of November. For December we will have 12. That's how we can easily identify these, so we both get on the same page. Okay, let me know what you think about that as well. Remember, we need to sync with these files and how we accommodate, how we organize this, so we can keep an easy and fast lookout in the bird's eye view of the project at a glance, if it makes sense. So if this is helpful too, let me know. If you have other ideas or light bulb moments, please do let me know. I encourage your feedback. As a partner, that's probably the most important aspect of your capacity for this project. Okay, so as I was responding to you in audio about this, once again apologize. It just really, it bothers me, this aspect, asking me when to start posting Dolphus posts, since I believe the previous ones were exhausted. Well, having this affirmation coming from you when you already have access to this Google sheet, it just makes me assume that you really weren't checking these posts lately. Doesn't mean it's your fault, but before you do some assumptions, like I said, why not, this is my recommendation, have a single bookmark with all the folders so you can check the project updates. Definitely having you scroll, and even myself having to scroll to all these comments, it's a bit of a time-consuming task, right? So the question is, how can we have a quick glance system so that we know which works on which part of the task, which was the last comment posted? Because so far, because we have this LinkedIn issue, and I told you about this before, it would be much better for you to accommodate and post these comments. So I'm still trying to see the best way to go about this, so that we can both have a single big picture of the project and see, okay, now we are at LinkedIn content updates number 35, and the last comments for today were already posted, so we both can check the status of the project in a single Outlook, in a single link, ideally. So now my question to you, this is the last question and feedback request for you. How do you envision the perfect, the ideal system so far, so that we both have access at a quick glance for both the comments and the LinkedIn content updates? Okay, I'll also think about this and come up with my own solutions. Thank you very much for being with me. God bless.